I never thought this would happen, but when my landlord knocked on my door, I knew I had no choice. I was 3 months behind on my rent. I couldn't pay it, and I had no one to turn to. Then he made me an offer I should have refused, but I didn't. Before we begin, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It only takes a second, but it will help your channel grow tremendously. I'm truly grateful for your support. Let's begin. I was shaking as I knocked. My robe slipped off, revealing my bare thigh, but I was too exhausted to care. I opened the door. Mr. Harris was standing there, his gaze captivating me. Slow and deliberate, "You're 3 months behind on your rent." "Julie." I tightened my robe. "I know, Mr. Harris. I just need more time." He stepped inside and closed the door behind him. The air thickened. He watched, ashamed to see a woman like you fighting. He whispered softly. "Very pretty, but she is defenseless." Heat seeped into my skin. "I'll find a way," he sighed, shaking his head. "I don't have enough time, darling. I've tried everything. Working overtime, borrowing money, saving. Nothing has helped." "Please wait a little longer," I whispered. He looked at me steadily. "Or maybe there's another way." My stomach lurched. The implied offer had now been disclosed. "What do you mean?" "Come on, Julia, you know what I mean?" The room seemed smaller, my bathrobe thinner. "No one needs to know. Just between us." I hesitated, my heart pounding. He smiled when he saw me squirm. "I can make your problems disappear." I exhaled shakily. No options, no way out except him. I nodded slowly. His smile deepened, and then he reached for the belt of my robe. The good girl, Mr. Harris, led me into the bedroom with a firm but steady hand. The air was thick. He pressed against my skin as I entered. The scent of aftershave and something deeper and familiar filled my senses. Masculine. He wasted no time. He stood at the edge of the bed and unbuckled his belt with a slow, deliberate movement. The clink of smooth metal sent shivers down my spine. "You know what to do, baby." A lump formed in my throat. I hesitated, and my fingers tensed at my sides. His lips curled into an expression somewhere between amusement and control. "Don't pretend to be surprised, Julia." You agreed. You remember the warmth that spread through my stomach, a nervous electric heat. I swallowed hard and fell to my knees. His fingers ran through my hair as I leaned forward, his warmth and scent enveloping me. I pressed my lips to his as he moved. Carefully, he exhaled sharply and his fingers tensed slightly as he guided me. The sounds he made me shiver unexpectedly. I shouldn't have liked it, but I did. His breathing deepened his tense stance. He lost himself inside me. I had a strange sense of control, and just when I'd found my rhythm, he abruptly pulled back, his breathing uneven, barely able to contain itself, his voice hoarse with desire. "Get in." I obeyed, standing up and shifting back and forth on the bed. As I straddled him, my bathrobe fell open. His hands immediately found my thighs, sliding over my skin and pressing down as if he needed to feel every inch of me. "That's it," he murmured. His eyes met mine. I reached up to align myself with him. A sharp gasp escaped my lips as I sank down onto him. His fingers groaned as they gripped my hips. "You feel better than I ever imagined." I ignored. The heat his words spread through me. It was only an agreement. But when I began to move, a deep wave of desire surged through me. My body betrayed me, responded eagerly, and demanded more. I bit my lip and maintained a neutral expression, but warmth was pooling inside me, a slow burn spreading with each movement. "Keep going, Julia. Ride me like you mean it." His voice was strained, his grip strong as he rode me. I obeyed his command, my footsteps picking up the pace of my irregular breathing. Each movement sparked a new wave of sensations inside me, making it hard to pretend I wasn't enjoying it. He grinned at me as if he saw right through my game. "Do you like that?" He whispered. "No, you lied." My breaths quickened as I gained speed. His grip tightened, and his body rose to meet mine. The tension rose in perfect rhythm. Things became more intense between us. I gritted my teeth, desperately trying to hold myself back. The slightest noise could give me away. "Keep going," he growled, losing control. His eyes never left mine, absorbing every movement, everything unsaid. I dug my nails into his chest. He held me back as desire rose inside me, threatening to overflow. His breaths quickened, his body tensing beneath me. Then he died with a final shudder. His hand squeezed mine as he reached his climax. I followed a few seconds later, body trembling with shock. But I swallowed my moan, keeping my expression unreadable. I collapsed on top of him, my body still throbbing. We lay there for a moment. Our breathing was heavy, our skin was wet and hot. Then, I slowly moved away from him and sat on the couch, the edge of the bed. I didn't say anything. I didn't need to. But deep down, I knew the truth. I enjoyed every second. And so did he. I sat on the edge of the bed and pulled the bathrobe around me tighter, though it didn't hide much of what I'd already seen. My skin still tingled, my breathing still uneven. I felt his eyes watching me, waiting. "You surprised me, Julia." His voice was gentle and amused. "I didn't expect you to enjoy it so much." I felt a warm feeling in my stomach. I ignored him. "It was just a deal," I whispered. He laughed quietly. "Of course, if that's what you have to believe." Silence spread between us. I should have been ashamed, but I wasn't. Not exactly. A part of me loved him more than I wanted to admit. "I have another suggestion for you." I looked at him. "What do you mean?" He was leaning against the headboard, his shirt still unbuttoned, his expression unreadable. "To read. I enjoyed it. I know you did. And there are men who would pay dearly for that. Money for a woman like you." I stiffened. "You're joking." "Of course not." He watched me intently. "I said you had no choice, but it wasn't necessary. You could make something profitable out of it." My breath caught in my throat. He's different. I only stopped because I was at a loss for words, and that's exactly what made his smile deeper. Just a favor. Just for fun. I pulled away, my mind racing. I should have been disgusted, but I wasn't. Because he was right, I enjoyed it. And now, the idea of starting over, of being desired, of being in control, of making something out of nothing, no longer seemed so impossible to me. "It's up to you," he said, standing up and buttoning his shirt. "You don't have to agree, but if you do, I know 2 men who would pay good money to spend the night with you." A chill ran down my spine. Not just 1 and 2. I swallowed. Hard. It should have been an easy dismissal, but it wasn't. How his sneer widened. "More than you deserve in 1 night." I exhaled slowly, my pulse pounding in my ear. 1 night, 2 men, 1 decision that could change everything. I lifted my chin and nodded. "Good." Mr. Harris smiled and reached for his phone. "Good girl. I'll call you." The next night, I stood in front of the mirror and adjusted my dress at the hips. A low-cut, form-fitting dress that took up just enough room. Mr. Harris had chosen it himself, with high heels that made my legs look longer than I remembered. I barely recognized myself. My hands trembled slightly as I smoothed my hair. Why was I nervous? "I've already made up my mind. There's no going back. You're perfect. Mr. Harris murmured from the doorway, looking down at me slowly and appreciatively. "They'll love you." I swallowed hard and exhaled through my nose. "Who are they?" "My generous friends," he smiled sarcastically. "Wish them good night, Julia, and you'll never have to worry about rent again." A knock at the door. My breath caught in my throat. They were there. Mr. Harris's sarcastic smile deepened. "My love." I turned toward the door, my heart pounding as I reached for the handle, then opened it. 2 men stood there, their eyes with a dark, unfathomable expression, and they were there for me. I led them into the room, my pulse pounding with every step. I waited impatiently, my heels tapping softly on the floor, the air filled with unspoken energy. They followed closely behind my heels, their presence surrounding me. 2 pairs of eyes, 2 men whose attention was focused solely on me. I accepted this. I wanted this. But there was still something in me. A hint of hesitation. A spark of excitement. The taller man, broad-shouldered, confident in the way he walked. He was the first to contact me. His touch on my waist was firm. His fingers pressed gently, as if he were memorizing every curve of my face. The other, slimmer one, with piercing, calm yet intensely observant eyes, stayed right behind him. His warm breath on my shoulder sent an unexpected ripple up my spine. "Let's fix this," the first one murmured, his fingers caressing the waistband of my dress, stroking the fabric as our eyes met. The layers of fabric slowly separated and fell away easily. My hands followed his lead, exploring, learning, and enjoying the cool air on my skin. I leaned forward, tracing the firm lines beneath his clothing, testing his reaction with my touch. His eyes didn't leave me. I looked at him and waited. A slow exhale left my lips. I didn't hesitate. I wanted to give them exactly what they wanted. I moved gingerly, my fingers finding their way through the clasp of his belt. I unscrewed, each one at a measured pace, feeling the arc as I went. Tension simmered beneath the surface between us. His breathing deepened, his muscles shifted as I explored the warmth radiating from my touch. A soft voice came from the first man, a deep expression of appreciation as he lifted my chin. He met my gaze with something unreadable in his expression. He murmured suddenly. His voice was soft and tinged with something darker. A familiar warmth washed over me. The way they looked at me was both delicious and dangerous. Conscious squatting movements. I bent down, my fingers still wrapped around them, the heat pressing them against my skin. One of them hovered near my lips. A silent invitation awaited me to make my decision. I bent down to greet him, feeling warm, and followed his silhouette with conscious interest. Above me, he inhaled heavily, his fingers running through my hair, his face a very light touch. The second man wasn't forgotten. My other hand worked over him gently as well, teasing him and provoking every possible response. His breath quickened, his fingers caressing the curve of my jaw as he watched me, absorbing every moment. Their shared presence and the quiet sounds created tension in the space between us. A deep warmth slowly spread through my stomach. "This is it," one of them whispered. His voice was heavy with satisfaction. Just like that, the words flowed through me again. They let me. They move at my own pace, allowing me to explore and lose myself in them. Then one of them stepped back a little and cleared his throat as if he'd come to his senses. "Focus. Come, here," he said in a low voice. "Normal. We're just getting started." I sat back on the bed, my breathing uneven, my body trembling with impatience. The taller man positioned himself between my legs, his fingers making slow, deliberate circles along my inner thigh, which only served to tease me and heighten my tension. The other stepped to my side, his hand finding my chin, and he tilted. My face toward his, his gaze holding mine with silent intensity. "Let's see how sexy you are," the first whispered, his voice deep and amused. Then he leaned down, his breath hot against my skin, before the first sensation made me shiver. My sharp breath caught in my throat as his lips explored me. His touch was slow, patient, and deliberate. My fingers scraped against the sheets, pressing against them with each movement, sending me into a new wave of sensation. The second man leaned down, his mouth touching mine before deepening the kiss. Opening his lips to mine, I welcomed him and let his warmth consume me. A gasp escaped my throat as desire rose between us. They moved in perfect rhythm, releasing me from his other mouth. He pulled me deeper into the kiss, my fingers running through my hair. He held me close. "She's amazing," one of them. His voice whispered with a hint of admiration. I should have been nervous. I should have hesitated, but I didn't. They wanted more and saw it. She moved me effortlessly and guided me. She put me in this position as if she already knew what I needed. Now I was on all fours, my body still trembling, still buzzing from her touch. The second man, who had been watching, waited patiently until now. He stood behind me, the same hands firmly placed on my waist and held me tight. "Are you ready for more?" he asked quietly, knowing. I barely had time to respond before he moved on. Slow, deliberate pressure sent a deep, relentless heat through my body. My breath hitched, my fingers gripping the sheets tighter as my body adjusted to it. He moaned softly, his grip tightening around me, his movement steady and deliberate, as if he were enjoying every moment. The first man positioned himself in front of me, placed his fingers on my jaw, and drew my gaze upward. "Let me feel you," he murmured. I parted my lips to welcome him, his warmth on me, the steady rhythm of his breathing mingling with mine. "In that moment," he murmured, his thumb touching my cheek, his fingers digging into my hair. They moved together and guided me in their rhythm. One lowered himself and held my body still, while the other focused my attention on him. A soft moan escaped my throat. The vibrations made the man in front of me breathe deeply. His fingers tightened on my skin. The second man behind me, he shifted gears and became gentler, surprising me even more as he warmed up. It was rising deep inside me. "You like this, don't you?" one of them murmured playfully. "The knowledge." I moaned softly, my body betraying me, the truth evident in every movement, every sound I made. I savored every second. They weren't done yet. They were moving me again, lifting me, gently placing me in a new position, guiding me exactly where they wanted me to go. And now I was on top, the first man. His hands were firmly on my hips, squeezing me tight. His gaze met mine. A hint of satisfaction appeared on his lips. "Let me see how much you want this," he murmured, his grip tight enough to give me purchase. A slow breath escaped my lips as I sank down onto him. Heat rose within me, the stretch making me shiver again. His head fell back against the pillows, a soft moan escaping his lips as I nestled against him. But the second man behind me wasn't done yet. I felt his first caressing, exploratory touch, his fingers exploring the curve of my back, waiting for my reaction. He filled me. A sharp breath of anticipation resonated in my chest. My stomach tightened, accompanied by a deep desire. He leaned forward, his hot breath caressing my ear. "Take your time," he murmured. "I'll guide you through the process." 2. Sighed, my body tensing, air conditioning, slow, gradual acceptance. As he moved forward, the temperature rose between us. The moment our bodies stretched, perfect rhythm. That's it. I just moaned. I didn't know who was talking. I too was lost in it. Very surprised by the way how they moved with me. I touched, breathing, their bodies matching the rhythm of mine. They worked side by side. One supported my hips. The other moved closer. How the movements are precisely controlled. The pressure slowly built and spread in waves until I'm out. My breath quickened, like always feeling stronger becoming. "You're incredible," someone whispered in a majestic voice, full of reverence, something raw. "Look at her," the other whispered, looking into his eyes. My fingers caressed my back and left me. I was trembling, completely lost in it. Ty couldn't hold it in any longer. Stress. I climaxed internally. One last deep pull made me collapse. Heat flowed through my body in waves, then a sharp intake of breath beneath me. His fingers pressed against my skin. His body tensed as his rhythm faltered. A quiet moan behind me. His grip supporting me. Me when he left me. Right after that, the moment stretched on, breathtaking. And into infinity, before heat. The room went silent. The only sound was a slow rise and fall. Our breath. In the end, I didn't expect to enjoy it. I didn't expect I want more. But now I can't stop to think about it. So tell me, was I wrong or not? Exactly what I needed. Let me put it in. The comments know. If you want more stories like this, don't forget to like it, subscribe. See you next time.